10 Ways Emotionally Intelligent People Deal with Toxic People. How do emotionally intelligent people deal with toxic people? As if life weren't already stressful enough, unfortunately, many of us come into contact with toxic people on a regular basis. Whether it is a coworker, family member, or neighbor, it can be close to impossible to avoid them altogether. For the times when avoiding a toxic person is not possible, emotionally intelligent people have a few tricks for dealing with them. Obnoxious attitudes, lying, and drama are not something an emotionally intelligent person has to get riled up over when they have these tools to work from. It does require patience and practice, but eventually dealing with toxic people becomes less and less difficult. Having the upper hand in every situation requires one to be very aware, equipping you with the ability to come out successful and not become so rattled. Here are 10 ways how emotionally intelligent people deal with toxic people. 1. They avoid unnecessary interactions. Emotionally intelligent people, first and foremost, avoid unnecessary interactions with toxic people. This includes face-to-face interactions as well as phone, email, text, and written communication. If it isn't necessary to engage, they don't. Plain and simple. They ignore them whenever reasonable. 2. They don't get drawn into petty arguments. Responding to every negative feeling stirred by a difficult person is pointless. Negative people love to start arguments, but smart people know that no one ever wins, and so it's not worth getting drawn in. Smart people remain in control by not engaging in unimportant arguments. They allow the difficult person to have their tantrum on their own. 3. They don't trust negative people. It can often take some offensive moves to recognize toxic people, but emotionally intelligent people know who is toxic in their lives and thus can make it a point to take heed. They simply take what is said with a grain of salt. Likewise, they do their best to not have to rely on that person. 4. They set boundaries. You simply can't make everyone happy, and you certainly can't be all things to all people. As such, emotionally intelligent people know that setting boundaries, especially with toxic people, is essential. Smart individuals recognize that there is a thin line between offering a helping hand to others and becoming deeply involved themselves in the problems and complaints of such individuals. Smart people know when to say no and when to remove themselves from the situation. 5. Likewise, emotionally intelligent people don't engage in negativity. Difficult people are often found criticizing, blaming, and complaining. Emotionally smart people can recognize this instantly and don't care to be a part of it. They simply don't care to engage in the criticism or gossip, and they head it off at the pass. Smart people look at the facts and otherwise mind their own if it is something relatively unimportant. When the conversation turns negative, they disengage. 6. They check their emotions at the door and remain calm. Maintaining an emotional detachment requires some serious self-awareness. That is why emotionally intelligent people can handle difficult situations and can remain calm and collected even when dealing with an extremely toxic person. By keeping your emotions in check, you make it hard for anyone to be able to push your buttons. 7. They learn from experience. Emotionally intelligent people learn from their experiences with toxic people. They remember, and they make changes in how they interact with them in order to avoid the same experiences again. Likewise, they make important mental notes of what works and what didn't work when dealing with such toxic people. This helps them prepare for when they encounter them again. 8. They are solution-oriented. Emotionally intelligent people, instead of being upset by difficult people, focus on the solution. They know that there is usually a silver lining. Smart people understand that there is nothing to gain from arguing or facing off with a toxic person. They understand that these people don't become less difficult just because you argue with them or use logic. Smart people look for the solution and go with it. Sometimes the solution is simply walking away. 9. They are aware of their limitations. Emotionally intelligent people are aware what they can do and what they can't do. They know the areas where they are skilled and they know where they need to seek help. Likewise, they know what can realistically be accomplished and what can't. When faced with a difficult person, the smart person lets this be known to them. 10. They work on self-love and self-care. Emotionally intelligent people work on their own self-love and self-care. This results in a healthy self-esteem. While it may be hard, they try to remain unaffected by the criticisms or negativity of toxic people in their lives. They find joy and happiness from within instead of from the opinion or actions of the people around them. That's how emotionally intelligent people deal with toxic people. Are you practicing these things on a regular basis?